mammoth hit, that Daft Punk with Pharrell, that's Get Lucky. My guest of the day is on the phone.
94.3.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with HrishiKay.
Now, under lockdown, what's happening is that we're over-consuming OTT content, and I'm sure the people who put out that content are not complaining, but no denying the fact that this is a crisis, and during a crisis, we need certain controls in place. I'm really pleased to welcome onto the show right now on the telephone line, maintaining social distancing, Director, International Originals Films at Netflix India, Srishti Behl Arya. Hi, Srishti, how are you?
Hi, Hrishi. Thank you for having me.
My first question is, how's it been working at home, from home? It's the new normal. What does your day usually look like? Do you set a timetable for yourself, Srishti, or just go with the flow?
Well, we try. Everybody at Netflix is like super careful about how it is that we want the employee health to be, as much as we want the content to be coming out there and to be perfect. So we do try to have some sort of semblance. This is a new normal. We're building it as we go along.
So you've been releasing lots of films. I just watched Ye Ballet and Guilty, and I absolutely loved it. Can you tell us what's really popular in terms of films in India? I mean, there's data that's available to you that's not available generally to the rest of us, which is why I ask.
We now have launched top 10 rows only like a little while ago. And that gives everybody an idea about what's trending, what are the top 10 on a daily basis. You get to know what are the kind of things that people are watching. Since the launch of Guilty, we've also had She, which has got a lot of love that's come on the series side. And on the film side, we had Maska, which is, something that people have really appreciated for being light and warm and almost nostalgic. You should check it out. I think you'll like it.
I loved it. In fact, I've got this whole thing about Parsis. I really think I was a Parsi in my former life. All my friends are Bawajis, and the stuff that it talked about in terms of Irani cafes, and it was just so beautiful. And I told both Shirley as well as Preet when they came into studio that it's really the sweetest film I've seen in a while. So big ups to you guys.
Well, thank you. We're just, we just want to be the home for all creators to come and do their finest work. So it's always a pleasure when we have, especially the newer directors like Neeraj was on Maska, coming to us with their stories.
Okay, now let's move to kids content. What's the kids content catalog like in India? What's the long-term vision for kids content in India?
Like we say that we always want to have something for everyone. So we look at variety and diversity in the shows and the films that we choose to do for the adults. We really want to have something for all the kids as well, something that they enjoy watching when they are by themselves, or something that we can all watch as a family or with their friends. But we also recognize that every family is different. So we want to give them a lot of things. We did, I don't know, did you see Claus? It was an award-winning animated. It is really nice. Please show it to your daughters. Well, at least the older one will enjoy it. And then we also have interactive shows, like Carmen San Diego. And then Boss Baby, of course, is one of our most popular shows that we've done, films that we've gotten on the animation side. But one matter of great pride for us is Mighty Little Beam, which is our most watched preschool series on Netflix globally. And it's come out of India.
Yes. Big ups to Bheem and to you guys for championing it. Let's do some Bon Jovi now with Have a Nice Day. And back with Srishti Behl Arya, Director, International Originals Films, Netflix. I'm HrishiKay, and it's 94.3 Radio on One World, your station. Lady Gaga churning out the hits with Edge of Glory. Srishti Behl Arya is on the phone line with me. What a career she's had. Her dad, the great Ramesh Behl, made Kasme Waade and Pukar, those Amitabh Bachchan films. And then Srishti herself launched Rose Audiovisuals and produced films like Bas Itna Sa Khwab Hai, Drona, London, Paris, New York, and super hit TV shows like Lipstick, Remix, and Sabse Favourite Kaun. She's currently Director, International Originals Films, Netflix India, and we're going to talk about their improved parental controls over content.
94.3.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with HrishiKay.
Now listen, you've recently launched improved parental controls for families. I need to know a little more about this. What are the new controls and features in particular for parents who are a little worried about, kids binging on content during this lockdown?
We've always tried to give the choice and control in the hand of the members. And this is something that we have now taken in mind, all the feedback that we've received and how people are actually using all these features and come up with improved parental controls. So what you can really do now, which is over and beyond just setting a pin across your account, would be that now we can have individual profiles with pins. So it prevents kids from using the parent's account without the parent's knowledge. So it's like when you click onto the profile, it will ask you for the pin, no matter which profile that you get onto. want to. Then we also are allowing parents to tailor their kids' experience by filtering out titles that's not appropriate for their age. We recognize that, like I was saying earlier, like every family is different and people have different kind of parameters about what they think their kids should be watching. Like some people are okay with the chasing and the running around in some of the cartoon shows, but some parents find that violent. So now we enable the parents to be able to remove individual series or films just by the name. So when this filter is used, any of the names that you've put in the block titles will not show up on that profile. So you don't have to constantly physically monitor what your child is watching. So
all of this is lovely. One thing that worries me, I'll allow you to complete this, is, my 7-year-old sometimes on her timeline, the autoplay of episodes just starts. Does this also control the autoplay?
We do have the option of controlling autoplay in kids' profiles as well. So you can actually time the amount of time that your kid can spend on it. So it doesn't automatically start if you so choose to set that option up. Also, another really fun thing, especially for a mother of a slightly more grown-up kid like I am, is we can also see what the kids have been watching within the profile created for them. So we have a viewing history option as well, which will show you from the beginning whatever the kids have watched on their profile, which is fun when you have a 17-year-old, let me tell you.
I'm guessing you also pick up what he's watching and, ultimately enjoy that.
When I'm trying to be a cool person, I definitely use my kid for the cool quotient.
Yeah. Have the controls been improvised globally or are they specific to regions, Srishti?
No, this is global. The choice, like we're saying, the choice of the control is in the hand of the member, but what all of the options that they want to use. But this is a global kind of, I would say, the new and improved parental controls globally.
Super stuff. More with Srishti Behl Arya, director, international originals films at Netflix. But only after I play you some Vito Lucente, also known by his stage name Rune 5, sampling the voice of disco guru Oliver Cheatham. Yes, make love. On 94.3 Radio 1, I'm HrishiKay, dripping in finesse. Bruno Mars, Cardi B, amping it up. On 94.3 Radio 1, they could have easily been talking about Srishti Behl Arya and her finesse at creating and curating content. The director, international originals films at Netflix, is speaking to me about new tools which will allow members more control over what their kids and their families consume in this time of OTT binging during lockdown.
94.3. This is Good Morning Mumbai with HrishiKay.
So just for people who've tuned into this broadcast a little late, the actual physical way they can set these controls up on their accounts. I understand you can only do it from your browser or your laptop. Yeah? So just explain how it's
you can do it from the mobile as well.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. So you go into controls and then?
You go into settings, you go into your account settings, and then you have each profile. And on each profile, you can actually specifically set the age group. So it's like if you're a family of 4 and your husband, the husband is using something that, because our service, one of the most amazing things about Netflix's service is how the algorithm is so sensitive to what you're watching. So if you've got a husband, to say more conventionally, who likes to watch cooking shows and action movies, so he'll be getting all those served to him. And the lady of the house likes to maybe watch, suspense dramas and car shows. Let's all be gender neutral about these things. But then you also have a 15-year-old in the house and you have an 8-year-old in the house. So each of those profiles can have settings to the age group that you think is appropriate for a child to watch. And to catch up other people who may have come late very quickly, is that you can also filter which titles you don't want your child to have access to even within that age group, and you can turn off autoplay so that you know how much time your child is spending actually on the service, aside from doing what I do and spy on the viewing history.
Okay, listen, what exciting content when we expect to hit our Netflix screens in the coming days. Just a sneak peek from you. I must commend you on the kind of curation of content.
Have you seen the new season of La Casa de Papel? Money Heist.
No. No, I haven't seen 5.
Service.
No.
Oh man, you have to watch it. It's a crazy ride, and I'm nearly done. So it's been amazing, and especially at this time, it gives you that right pumping of adrenaline. And of course, we have Chris Hemsworth coming on the service.
Yes.
With Extraction on the 24th of April. So that's what's coming up this month. We're working really hard to make sure that there's always fresh content available for our members at all times. We're privileged to be able to provide some relief and want to continue to do that.
And in India, I have to say this, that unlike the rest of the globe where people are just obsessing about series, in India we're still, it's like on radio, just good storytelling works. So in cinema, it's still mostly about the movies, isn't it? Which is what is so satisfying for you, being a child of the movies and literally having grown up on film sets.
Yes, and it's so amazing because when you just see that our members actually, like us, about 70% of our members actually watch a film every week. And, we've been trying to speak to like various groups because we're constantly trying to improve what we're doing and find that people still enjoy movie night as a family even in this moment. So there's definitely very heartening to know that we are able to tell stories in all formats. But this is one of the most incredible things. And having been a creator, I find a privilege to now be on the side of the service and actually enable people to tell stories in the form that they believe to be best for the story and not restricted either to like a feature film format or to like we can also do a mini series, we can do a limited series, and we can do series that go on season. We don't have kind of time restrictions. The main thing is that whatever it is that brings joy to our members is what you want to do.
Lovely.
Hrishi, you remember you and I did a show together which would now qualify as a really good web series.
Well, I did two with you. One was Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na and the other was
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, and Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses would have been like a Netflix show.
It was so ahead of its time. It's just wonderful that you would remember that. So wonderful.
You were incredible in it. And it was like, it was really like a 50-minute in only 10 parts and 26 parts I think we did eventually.
Yeah, that's Srishti Behl Arya. She's Director, International Originals Films at Netflix India. Listen, this was so much fun. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Stay safe.
J-Lo, Pitbull with Dance Again. Only on 94.3 Radio 1 One World, your station. My name is HrishiKay.